Epic! Alright, so welcome back to Teenage Exocolonist. There wasn't a lot that happened in the last one. I gotta turn this down a little bit. It's just a bit loud for me. There we go. Not a lot happened in the last one. Well, a lot happened, but it was just like a couple of big things. So overall, we spent the year in a sort of famine and did a lot of rationing, and a lot of us were hungry and grumpy and not having it. Unfortunately, our mother died from malnourishment and overworking herself trying to get crops grown in the geoponics area. It was very tragic. It was very tragic. Once I put the VOD up, it's, dude, you should see. And then, not, it was maybe a couple months later that a big, huge, scary monster destroyed most of the colony. The depot was gone. The living quarters are gone. The stage area with like the sports ball is gone. Geoponics is destroyed. All that's left is like the engineering building, I think. It's very tragic. Okay, enough of that business out of the way. I have my handy dandy note card here in case there are any words that we learn. And let's just get back into it. Yeah, look at that. Oh, and Nem's brother passed away in the attack. So we did play through a month of age 15, just to see what was going on. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, it's just engineering that's left. It's so sad. Talk to our dad. It's been hard to talk to your dad about everything. Losing your mom and losing the colony right after, it's too much to take. Neither of you know what to say. Let's talk to our bestie. I know it's hard, Cal says, fiddling nervously with the tassel on his shirt, but I just think, what would your mom do right now? She wouldn't complain, that's for sure. Aw. Guess we have no choice but to head on over to engineering. Oh, Nem isn't over here. Nem... Where did Nem go? Can we can't go out. Yeah, alright. Engineering is crammed with families and what belongings they've salvaged from destroyed living quarters. You can spend time in your crowded temporary lodging in the classroom or help the adults try to fix things. We're honestly not that stressed. So let's help rebuild. You're assigned to help out in geoponics. The agriculturalists have been hard at work trying to salvage what they can of the ruined fields and the destroyed greenhouses, but there's still a lot of work to be done. Your dad has taken over as chief cultivator. Succeeding your mom was already difficult for him, and now there's this. He's never been the kind of guy to hide from hard work, but he's been pretty distant lately. Hal's working in geoponics too, of course. He smiles when he sees you. Hey Griff, there's lots of stuff to do. What do you want to work on? Let's work on repairing the greenhouses. The geodesic domes, miraculous prefab modular structures your parents brought from Earth, are in shambles. Much of the glass and metal is beyond repair, destined for the recycler. You and Cal help clear away the debris, and when that's done, you help drape tarps over what's still standing so that the drifting sparked snow doesn't pile up inside and affect the soil acidity. Anything that can't survive outside a climate-controlled greenhouse needs to be harvested and sent to the kitchen so that it can be preserved. Canning, jarring, dehydration, ancient techniques you've learned about in school, but you didn't think you'd have to put into practice so soon. Everyone is worried that this will be the final nail in the coffin for your food supply after the famine last year. You try not to think about it too hard, instead focusing on just doing what you can to help rebuild. Get to work. Oh ho ho! Oh ho ho ho! Do we have the red cards for this? So, oh, it's not gonna be it's not gonna be 5. It's gonna be 7. So we can't get a run. Dang it! +2 bonus to pairs. Ooh. Oh wait, let's switch these around. I mean, might as well, right? Just tack that onto the end. Oh wait, let's slide all these down. There we go. I don't know if that made a difference. 46 or 47. Alright. Yay! 3 stars. 6 toughness, 3 organizing. Let's go. You're eating the mess tents when you hear something rumbling. Oh no. Oh no. Your bowl and cutlery start rattling. People look around in alarm. Could it be another attack so soon? You begin to hear shouting from outside. Someone runs into the tent. There's something falling from the sky, they shout. It's on fire! You join the crowd of people leaving your temporary structures to gather in the colony square. People are squinting up into the milky, quiet sunlight, pointing and gesturing wildly. It's impossible to miss the thing hurtling towards you from space, like a great big ball of fire coming straight for you. Is this it? Is this the end? After all you've been through, a meteor's gonna land in the middle of your already ruined colony and kill you all? The heliopause. It's a ship! It's another ship! Mars exclaims. Look, look, it's another spaceship from Earth. Excitement ripples through the crowd. Could it be? You stare up, unbelieving, at the rapidly approaching ship. The flames of its entry into the atmosphere dissipate, but a thick column of greasy black smoke trails behind it. Soon you can hear the whistle of it ripping through the atmosphere at terminal velocity. That is not a controlled descent. It's an enormous ship coming at you way too fast. The ship's reverse thrusters fire, trying to slow it down so it doesn't smash into a billion pieces when it hits the planet. Everyone scatters to take cover. You crouch behind some rocks, throw your arms over your head, and squeeze your eyes shut. You hear the massive spaceship touch down in geoponics. Aw, man! Always geoponics! Plowing through the fields and grinding over what was left of the greenhouses. You're thrown from the ground to the ground from the force of the impact as shrapnel and small rocks zing past your head. It grinds along like some roaring monster, cutting a great scar through the colony and kicking up an enormous cloud of dust. Finally, the ship comes to a creaking, shuddering halt. You and the other colonists carefully crawl out of your hiding places, coughing and rubbing your eyes. The new ship is half buried and obscured by dust, but you can tell it's from Earth. You squint to make out stenciled letters. Heliopause. A hatch opens on its side and silhouettes begin to emerge. Silhouettes with guns. Soldiers march out of the dust and quickly surround all of the remaining colonists. More soldiers form 2 parallel lines from the ship to the square, their guns in parade rest, and a lone figure strides down the center towards you. Greetings, fugitives of Earth, the man says, spreading his hands wide. Whoa! Fugitives! A dismayed murmur ripples through the crowd. The adults exchange significant looks. Chief Engineer Instance tries to slip out of the crowd, but she's stopped by the line of soldiers. The man smiles. He has a broad, easygoing smile that doesn't match the threatening aura of the soldiers, nor the smoking ruin of the ship behind him. I'm Commander Loom, he says proudly. As captain of the Heliopause, I have come to render aid and bring you to justice. We're gonna listen. Unicott steps forward out of the crowd. You're not the commander of the Heliopause, she says firmly. Where is the person I was speaking to? Commander Morikawa. Everyone is surprised. Unicott has been in communication with this ship? For how long? I am captain of the Heliopause, Loom repeats stubbornly, then adds, according to the chain of command, we, sustained significant loss of personnel when we went through the wormhole. You can't help but notice how many of the soldiers exchange looks this time. You wonder how many people had to die before Loom became commander. As the commanding officer, Loom continues, I declare this colony to be under our protection. As such, you are all now subject to the laws of Earth. To be quite blunt, young man, it appears you need us as much as we need you, Utica replies primly. The Rotundan colony, such as it is, offers our hospitality to our guests from Earth. Loom opens his mouth, but Utica cuts him off. Now, there's no need for this posturing. Whatever the purpose of your mission here, you'll soon learn that on this side of the wormhole, we are all human. Right now, we need each other more than we need mandates from Earth. Utica turns to the assembled colonists. Effective immediately, I will be stepping down as governor and turning leadership of the council to Loom of the Heliopause. She says. She smiles genially at him. I hope that will satisfy your craving for justice, at least while we get our feet under us. Judging from the number of guns on display, you don't think you have a choice in this. No one knows how to react. A new governor from Earth? Nearly 100 new colonists, most of them trained soldiers? What does this mean for the colony? The crowd disperses slowly, and the council members follow Loom back into the Heliopause, presumably to talk about the future of the colony. You hope. You track down your friends. Yeah, the gang! So, what do you think about these new people? Mars asks. They're just going to boss us around. Tangent nods. They don't live here. They don't know what it's like, and they're just going to swoop in and act like they're better than us? She hugs her arms around herself. Did you see what they were doing to Instance? The entire colony, now twice as many of you, sets to work on salvaging the wreckage of the Heliopause, tearing it down and combining it with the Stratospheric's remaining engine section. Spirits are high, though these new colonists from the Heliopause aren't like any people you've ever met before. With their uniforms and weapons, they're more like an invading force than a rescue. You aren't sure what this means for the colony, or for your future. What an eventful quiet. As the dust settles, you rebuild your colony around this new ship, the Heliopause. The new arrivals, soldiers mainly, are aloof at first. Many see you as fugitives. Together, you build new walls, living quarters, greenhouses, and massive bunkered garrison. The Stratos engineering wing is the only reminder of your old colony. The Heliopause brought enough rations for another 5 years, as well as a rich seed bank and working hydroponics. Finally, an end to the slow starvation you've felt for years. They also have more guns and explosives than you've ever seen in your life. Even the ship has guns. A full stomach, a roof over your heads, and the promise of safety convinces most Strato colonists to accept the Helios. In turn, the Helios decide that you criminals pose little threat. A grudging peace is brokered between the two groups. You decide they aren't so different, really. There are even Helio children, born among the stars, just like you. More friends? After a month of hard work, you and your dad move into your new quarters, and you have your own bedroom for the first time in your life. You place a picture of your mother on the shelves beside your bed. You step out onto your very own balcony to watch the new colony, its grounds bustling with so many strangers and strange new ideas. You feel something rising in your chest that you haven't felt in some time. Hope. Excitement. What will the new day bring? You better get out there and find out. Let's rush outside and greet the day. Oh, that was all of... Now it's pollen season. Whoa! The colony is different! Whoa! Can I go up here? Whoa! So that's the garrison? This place is huge now! Everyone has something to say. Let's explore. Oh, there's dice. Moping on this hill. Don't mind if I do. There's self-defense. Oh, who are you? So many people to talk to! I don't like that they're giving me so many items. That makes me kind of nervous. Look at all these bushwood logs. Can I go this way? No. Our bestie doesn't have anything to say to us. Alright, who... Do we know this person? You've seen Nomi around since the heliopods landed. They're around your age, barely a meter and a half tall, only coming up to your shoulder. You've never seen anyone dress as strangely as they do. Hi! Their voice is high-pitched and quick. I'm Nami. It's short for nomination. They do a little twirl and bow. You introduce yourself and ask what they do for fun. Well, kind of a bit of everything. I like designing outfits and reading manga and learning about dinosaurs and cool xenofauna and robots and aliens and watching anime and playing Laser Fable, of course. Mostly lately I play Laser Fable. It's so fun to play it outside in the great big endless outdoors. Nami dances in a circle, waving their arms and gesturing at your surroundings. Politely extricate yourself. You make excuses about having somewhere to be. These Helio kids are weird. You wonder how things are going to change now that they've arrived. Okay, there's this individual over here. The colony's full of new people. Everywhere you look, you see a stranger. It's disorienting. After growing up in a closed spaceship, you never expected to meet any other humans that weren't made here on Vertumna. Sorry, I yawned. There's no stopping the yawn once it starts. You bump into one of these new people while you're jogging through the colony. Oof. He laughs and holds you steady, brushing the imaginary dust off you and giving you a wide, fanged smile. Hey, it's one of the kids from the heliopods. You think his name is Rex. Hey, what's up? You play it cool. Give him a little nod. You notice he's wiggling his dog ears. They can really move independently. Pleased to meet you, he says. I'm Rex. Hey, since I'm new here, do you think you could help me find the construction yard? I thought I might apply for a job there. Oh, do we have to decide who we want to romance? I'll take you there. You walk him over to command. Everything's moved around since the heliopods landed, but the construction yard is still in command where it always was. At the entrance you see Mars, filing her nails and looking like she's waiting for somebody. Why, hello, cutie, she says to Rex. Where did you come from? He looks her up and down and grins. I'm just an angel who fell from the sky, darling. You try not to gag as the two of them flirt. You give a loud ahem and point Rex towards the construction yard. He looks back at Mars over his shoulder and winks as he leaves. Okay, cool. I'm not vibing with that. Not gonna lie. I was very awkward. 15-year-olds flirting? Ugh. Even though it hurts, you find yourself wandering over to geoponics. It feels, yeah, very awkward. It feels not good to be here in the place your mom loved and ultimately gave her life to, but not good either. It feels like when you have a bruise and you can't stop yourself from pushing on it because the pain reminds you the injury is real. Like your mom dying is this huge invisible wound, and poking at it forces you to feel something instead of just being numb. Your dad is taking time off work. Your parents worked double and triple shifts during the growing season this year, and now that it's over, it just feels so cruel. People work hard, they should be able to look back on what they did and feel proud. Instead, there's just this huge gap where your mom should be. You find your dad sitting in your mom's personal garden. It's miraculously starting to grow again, despite being trampled flat during the last attack and neglected during the famine before that. Still, various Vertumnan flowers are starting to sprout, as well as hardier earth ones like dandelions. Why would you bring dandelions? They're weeds. Your dad looks up and musters a smile. He pats the bench beside him. Sit quietly. You and your dad is good at sitting in silence. He holds your hand and you sit together, watching the bugs flit around in the garden. Eventually, he starts to hum quietly. You recognize the song, an old favorite of theirs, the one they used to play after dinner when they would sit around and talk for hours about the future they envisioned on Vertumna. You remember sitting at their feet playing with your blocks, letting their weird adult words wash over you. They had so many plans. You think about your mom and how much she sacrificed for the future she'll never see. Your dad puts an arm around your shoulders and you sit like that for a long, long while. Aw. Oh, I actually need to talk to him. Like every pollen season, your dad gets the shimmer. The pollen is bad this year. Thick, heavy clouds of pink. Even your eyes are a little itchy. And your dad's not the only colonist spending the week in bed. You can hear other people sneezing as you walk through the quarters, bringing him hot trippet soup. Thanks, kiddo, your dad rasps. At least he's sitting up in bed now. Your mom never got sick. Not ever, your dad reminisces. I'm not sure she missed a day of work from the day we landed until she... He stops and sighs. I miss your mom. I wish Instance would find a cure already. 3 years and all she can suggest is bed rest and fluids. What good is all her researching if it can't fix my headache? Your dad must be feeling really sick. He never complains about stuff. You check his temperature with your hollow palm, then dim the lights and bring him a cold pack for his forehead. He has a crust of glittery pink gunk around his lips, looking cracked and gross, so you wipe it away. The glitter's just everywhere on him, like it's coming out of his pores. He looks iridescent in the murky light filtering through the pollen outside. Hey, do you mind opening the window a little for some fresh air? It smells like a sick person in here, he grumbles, pushing away his soup and rolling over in bed. I'm not gonna open the window, that's how the pollen gets in. The pollen might already be everywhere already, but there's no sense in making it worse. You pretend to crack the window for him, and by the time you look over, he's asleep again. The worst of the pollen fog subsides in a few days, and your dad starts to look a little better. He gets back to work, which is good because there's a lot to do in order to rebuild the colony and get the heliopause's hydroponics up and running. You're still sweeping glittering dust out of your quarters weeks later. That stuff gets everywhere. Oh my gosh, what are we going to do? Now we have options. Nummy nummy. Do you think we should just go to school? Let us go to school. Which one is school? I think it's this one. Yeah. Alright. 3 reasoning. 12 kudos. 12 kudos? Wow. Do creativity. Let's do persuasion. What if we'll just max out our biology? Instance breezes into the classroom, 5 minutes late as usual. She gestures and all of your hollow palms pulse with a new file download. Pop quiz, she says, sounding bored. Show me what you've learned about Earth's ecosystem and why the climate crashed in the late 20th century. You and the other students exchange looks of horror. A pop quiz? Two people look unfazed. Tang and Cal. Both are sitting near enough that you could probably ask them for help before the quiz begins. Ask Cal for help. Don't worry about this, he says, patting you on the back. You've got this. It's just a test. That's easy for Cal to say. He works with plants and animals every day. You're not sure if it will help, but you are encouraged a little bit by the pep talk. Take the test. Alright. Why do we still have this card? SMH. We have to get 61. Oh. Oh, bother. So we need to get around 20 per round. That's almost 20. I think... I have an idea. That's 18. Oh, god friggin' heck. I forgot. It overrides what the card does. Good thing we have a bajillion mushwood logs. I'm mad. This is, well, we have the stress that we could push through. I don't think we have a thing that... Oh, it's 19. That's closer. Okay. That's more than half. Okay. Thank God for the float cow card. Okay. Sure. Okay, we need 15. I'll just toss that on there. Boop. Yay! High score. We only got one biology? You did well. Oh, look at that. Nice. You just tried to imagine the most destructive things humankind could do to the planet, and that was usually the answer, no matter how far-fetched. Deserts growing, terrible storms, sea level rising, species becoming extinct. Whoa, scary. Cal and Tang look happy with their scores too. As you file out of class, you catch up with Tang and share your thoughts on what you have been learning in class. Earth humans had space travel, genotech. Why shouldn't they have been able to fix the planet? Isn't science the solution to everything? Tang scoffs. Not even science can help people who don't believe in it, she says. Even if the solution is obvious to anyone with half a brain, if the people in charge don't do what needs to be done, what's the point? She stomps away, clearly frustrated by the subject. Where? Oh, okay. What? What? Okay. So we got 3 biology and 2 reasoning. Yes! Ooh. Music. Doo-doo. Tang's over here now. Oh, we didn't talk to this person. This new boy from the heliosphere is a couple years older than you. He's very handsome, and the missing arm gives him a heroic, battle-scarred vibe. He stands tall and ready for action, even though it's a normal, boring day. The other recruits around the garrison give him a wide, respectful berth. He sees you staring and gives you a curt nod. My name is Vase, Lieutenant Olivacious. Olivacious? What does that mean? I wrote it, writing it down. And you are... How do you introduce yourself? I'm a hard worker. His expression doesn't change. Is that right? Nice to meet you, Griff. I hear it's been a rough couple years for the colony. Lucky thing our heliopods came along just in time. Don't worry, we have some of the best soldiers, the very best. We'll keep the colony safe. Are you one of those best soldiers? We train as a team, but yes, I've won more than my share of zero-G judo matches and virtual rivalry tournaments. Even competing against adults, he adds. Being planet-side is totally different. You tell Vase that firing a virtual gun is nothing compared to running for your life through the jungle while a wild Unisar hunts you down. A Unisar, Vase says, leaning forward a little, his eyebrows raised. Did you actually say something to interest him? That sounds like a fun sport. I'd like to try it sometime. Blech. Don't like him. He seems pretentious. Let's go do some xenobotany. Bam. Do. This gives us biology and organizing. Is it organizing that gives us the extra space? Yeah. Surveyor Tonin found blep grass shortly after the colony landed on Vertumna. The waxy violet grass grows almost everywhere near the colony, and when you steep its roots, you get deep purple tea. It tastes horrible, grassy and bitter, but it's a stimulant and mildly hallucinogenic, so the adults think it's great. They've been drinking it for years, with no ill effects except for an overwhelming urge to stick your tongue out and say bleh when you taste it. You've been trying to cultivate new variants that don't taste as awful, or have more potent stimulant or hallucinogenic properties. Maybe you'll even find some entirely new medicinal usage. You're ready to test a new strain. Tangent would probably appreciate a better stimulant, and Cal would appreciate a nicer trip. Who will be your test subject? We're doing drugs! Our boy Cal, obviously. Oh, that's funny. Is that Utopia? I don't have enough cards with gems on them. You bring Cal a freshly brewed blep tea and tell him to give it a try. Whoa, we have so many hearts with Cal. He grimaces at the taste, but he drinks the whole thing. He's a strong one, that Cal. You've arranged to do this test at the end of Cal's workday, just in case it really knocks him out. After a while, you ask him to report on how he feels. Cal blinks at you lazily. Oh, hey, Griff, he says, as if just noticing you're still there. He's been in deep philosophical conversation with a bobber plant for the last few hours, delighted when it bobs up and down like it's agreeing with him. The high is really pleasant, he says, surfing his hand through the slight breeze. Don't think I like the, my heart feels funny, like it's beating too fast, then like it just stops, and like I'm worried it doesn't want to start again, and it goes thump thump really hard when it starts up again, you know? Sounds like Cal has experienced some pretty common palpitation symptoms. You tell Cal the strain must be too strong, but he disagrees. No, it's fine, he says. It's just a little weird at first. If I know everything's gonna be fine, it won't bother me as much. Next time, it'll be totally chill. I don't want to condone the use of stimulants when it's not for medicinal uses. You get back to work. Oh yeah. He nods as if to music only he can hear. I was supposed to work today. Okay. Oh my gosh, I would love to go stream without yawning for like half of it. Why? I wanted you to match. A pair. Hold on. 2, 3. 33, not the bad. I already forgot what the original goal was. Let's win. Okay, 2 stars, not bad. Let's go. I feel like I'm not taking enough advantage of the items in the garrison. Let's go shopping. If I can remember how to get anywhere, because our colony is freaking huge now. I believe this is the garrison. Yeah, visit the supply depot. Oh, these are gears, so I wouldn't be able to equip, like, any of them. This one's pretty baller. That's pretty insane. I think I'm gonna be alright. I've only failed one card test. Do we have to do self-defense with vase? Or can we go play sports ball over here? No. I like how they just called it sports ball. Whoa! Let's do lookout duty. Our perception is almost there. Yeah. Security Chief Rhett interrupts your afternoon training to address the group. Nem perks up. This seems important. Since the original colony was destroyed, Rhett begins, we have needed every skilled security officer we can find. Wow. I can read. We have needed every skilled security officer we can find to defend our home. And now with Governor Loom's blessing, age is no longer a requirement. We are looking for young recruits to join the ranks of the defense squads. This is a serious job. You'll be soldiers, not little kids learning self-defense or peering down from the safety of the walls. You will be in danger. You will need to be brave and know your way around a weapon. Step forward if you think you have what it takes to defend our colony. I am not going to become a child soldier. Good, he says to those who step forward, including them. For the rest of you, if you change your mind and want to join the real soldiers, you know where my office is. Wow. Lookout duty is just as important. I'm not complaining that that's locked there. Bup, bup, bup. Bup, bup. Boop. Yay! That one was really easy. Done. Early dust. Oh, it's like summertime. There's Rex. I almost forgot his name. Our boy Cal. Hey Cal. Hey Dad! An egg! You overhear your dad talking to one of the other cultivators. He seems to be upset about something to do with the new governor and people from the heliopause. When the other woman leaves, you have a chance to ask some of the burning questions you've had. Who are those new people? Your dad looks startled and tries to muster a friendly smile. You overheard us, eh, kiddo? Listen, Griff. Your dad yawns. A mighty yawn. No. You're just going to have to trust us adults on this one. There are things you're still too young to understand. I am not too young. I thought the same about myself once, your dad says gravely. I was wrong. The Helios came here just like us, looking for a better life. Some of them had other reasons too, but now that they're here, we have to learn how to work together. When your mother and I were young on Earth, we learned a hard lesson. We learned a lot of hard lessons. One was that it's safer to be led by one dangerous person than to be attacked by an army of them. Another was that sometimes, when adults tell you not to worry, you should listen to them. Go on, enjoy your youth. Go get to know some of these new kids. I'm sure you'll find they're a lot like you. Before you could say another word, your dad is called back to work. There's still so much to be done to rebuild the farms and geoponics greenhouses, and you could see the people from the Helio are helping him. Maybe they aren't all that bad. Let's do lookout duty again. I think, yeah, one more time should get our perception up there. You're peering through your holoculars when some movement catches your eye. Small and pink and moving fast, bend low to the ground. It's you too far. You are too far to tell what it is, but you track it as it approaches the wall And then, oh, it disappears and comes up on the other side. It's inside the colony. Yes, let's investigate for ourselves. Oh my gosh! A little mushroom man! It's a pink Vricky, scuttling along the inner wall sideways like a crab. It's a mushroom crab! With tentacles! Oh my gosh, I want one. That is so cute. Is it like super deadly and stuff, and is it gonna kill us? You chase the Vricky to some boulders. It flattens its body and slips into a hole between a couple of rocks. Offer the creature some food. You take a soy ration bar and crumble a bit by the entrance to the hole. You wait, and wait, and wait. Maybe it's not hungry? As you're starting to wonder if it's even still in there, one long tentacle curls out of the hole around the soy ration. It withdraws. You hold your breath as you hear munching. Slowly, the tentacle extends again, feeling around where the food was before. Try to tame it! Yes! Okay, we get 3 rounds. I'm paying attention to this now. Bow, 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 bow. What is this? Becomes physical. Oh, yes. 29? Heck yeah. Okay. That's fine. Do 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 6. Ooh. Just tack that onto there. This is not the most ideal arrangement. I can make it higher. Was it 27 earlier? I don't remember. The goal is 14. So that'll become 5. Man, if only I could put a 2 over here. Okay, whatever. The highest was 31. +1 aminals. Oh yeah, that's right, we were taming a creature. You win it over by reading its body language and slowly building trust. It seems to want to join you, and you hope, you'll be allowed to keep it. Freaky! +1 skill on challenge when +1 bonus straight. You look the species up on your holopalm and learn that Freaky, so named for the trills that they make, which yours is making now, cuddling against your leg, are neither male nor female, though they do require a mate to reproduce. So, it's a they then. Oh my gosh, what do we call our pet? I know, we definitely need a stuffed animal of it. What should we call it? I think we should give it like a regular person name. Like Steve. No, not Steve. But like that's an example. Mushy? I like the idea of having mush in it. I like it. I like mushy. Mushy. Fun fact. In Avatar: The Last Airbender, that is Uncle Iroh's like undercover name when he's like pretending to be an Earth Kingdom citizen person. He goes by Mushi. Mushi! Okay, Mushi it is. They blink every one of their beady black eyes up at you, none of them in unison. They seem to have no problem with this name. Yes! The Vertumnalia Festival is a welcome day of normalcy in an otherwise chaotic year. Despite some lingering rivalry between the two factions, the Vertumnalia is a chance for the Helios and Stratos to come together and appreciate the bounty of the planet. At least, that's what the adults say. As Governor Loom takes the stage to address the colony, you can't help but notice the crowd has segregated itself according to their ship of origin. Rex shoots you away from over on the Strato side, and Nom makes a silly face. Base is surrounded by other young soldiers, all looking sharp in their Heliopause uniforms. With Cal standing beside you, you wonder if the two ships will ever feel like one colony. A fanfare plays over the square's announcement system. Loom's honor guard do a complex drill with their drone rifles. Greetings, people of Vertumna, Loom says, his voice ringing out over the square. We may be far from our beautiful Earth, but we can still celebrate and be thankful for what we have here. We've worked hard to save this beleaguered little colony from the brink of destruction, and should be proud of our work. The Helios cheer. Your side of the square is more quiet. I know some of you have been asking, Loom, how are you going to do it all by yourself? How are you going to run the colony, solve everyone's problems, turn this planet into a paradise, and look this good? Ugh. He strikes a pose to a smattering of polite applause. Well, I have the answer for you. The old council made a lot of bad decisions, like illegally leaving Earth. But I believe in second chances, so I've appointed the original department heads to my own council, Loom's Council 2.0. Better not disappoint me. Stay on your toes, Stratos. I also want to promise everyone here today that we're going to make Vertumna safe for humans, Loom says. The next time those Xenos attack, we are going to blow them to so many little pieces there won't be enough left to wipe off our boots. We've already got the defenses. And we're building homes for everyone. Homes where people can raise children again, knowing that our military men and women are keeping us safe. And non-binary pals. Big cheers from both sides this time. Some of the colonists around you even have tears in their eyes, especially those who lost family in the last attack. Loom goes on for a while, lionizing in the Heliopause's military strength and casting subtle digs at your failed colony experiment. Finally, the crowd disperses to set up the square for the afternoon festivities, some traditional and some new. At the tables, Aunt Anne and the kids are setting out the spread for dinner. There's an unimaginable amount of food, thanks to the Heliopause's huge ration surplus, and the piles upon piles of xeno meat from the hunting parties for those who can stomach it. Anne is all smiles, clearly making an effort to move on, as Loom mandated, despite still mourning her lost son, Calm. But not even the festive atmosphere can force a smile onto Nem's face. I think we should just go. I miss my mom. Cal hauls a massive tureen of stew onto the table. Yeah, me too, he adds quietly. She should have been here to see this. I think she'd be really proud of how hard we worked in geoponics. Get more friendship with Cal. The chime sounds to announce that the square is set up for the annual competitions. What will you choose this year? Trivia IRL? I'm so good at trivia. Xeno wrangling? Or a bake-off? Can I look at my inventory? Can I look at my inventory? We have a lot of blue cards. Mostly red cards, but a lot of blue cards. They're all kind of low value though. Let's do Xeno wrangling. Without Calm to run the obstacle course, the physical competition has been replaced with a float cow rodeo. The bulls have had their air bladders emptied and weights attached to their grasshopper legs, keeping them low enough to wrangle. Nem joins the rodeo, along with Base. She fiercely dedicates her participation to Calm's memory. This is cruel, Cal shouts from the sidelines. Float cows are friends, not foes. He throws a ripe potato at the participants. It lands at your feet, but all three of you are splattered with juice. Vase takes a few steps towards Cal with his fist raised, but Cal disappears into the crowd. Wrangle those Xenos. Okie dokie, what a start. E5. Okay, so we need 20, like, 21 for, like, no, 22 for each round. Bow, 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 bow. Hey, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Next round. 6. Bow, bow. But it is the highest value. Oh my gosh. Ooh, which means we'll have to get 26 in the next one. I'm gonna do something. That gave us +1. We'll need 25. Okay, we can draw a bunch of cards if we need to. Whoa! This one's rainbow. 8, 6, 4, 2, 1, 2. We win these! 2 stars, not bad. An enemy fights hard, but you're the champ. You get a lasso around the ornery bull's neck, then haul yourself up onto its woolly back. Its powerful grasshopper legs bounce you around the ring, but you manage to hold on and wrestle it down to the dirt. The crowd cheers so loud you can barely hear the float cow bleating in discomfort. I feel bad now. Yeehaw! Chief Surveyor Utopia cheers from the stands. Nim looks disappointed. Vase looks angry. Your performance has definitely put you on his radar as competition. Woo! After the festivities, the mood in the colony is a lot lighter. You see people smiling easier, and often see a mixed group of Helios and Stratos socializing together. It feels like the first time people have actually let themselves relax. Mid-dust. Oh my god, it's gonna follow us around. More collectibles. Collectibles respawn faster and more slots are filled. Oh, oh my gosh, Mushy follows us around. We can pet it. I just got an achievement for petting pets. Can you hear it squeaking? It's like very faint. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted by my new pet. Okay, it doesn't matter how far I go. Ugh, I ran into a rock. Father, look. Look, look. Look at what I did. Okay, let's see here. We work on our organizing, which I think we can get by cooking in the kitchen. Creativity and empathy. Creativity and bravery. What's my bravery at? Oh yeah. Creativity. Yeah, they're both kind of low. I don't know what to do. Is there anything like close? Let's just do xenobotany like we usually do. We don't need no school. There are people talking loudly outside in the hallway, outside my door. Geoponics is a puzzle activity. Blah 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 blah. Research xenobotany. 2 biology. 2 organizing. Yes, perfect. Go to grab a wheelbarrow from the barn where Cal keeps his pet dilly pillar and find Cal standing over her empty trunk. Socks is nowhere to be seen. Where's Socks? Oh yeah, I guess you didn't know, huh? I came in one day over a year ago and I guess she'd chewed through her box and run away. Probably for the best. She wasn't doing well in the end. I had no clue what to feed a dilly pillar. Still don't. I hope she's okay out there. I guess some animals shouldn't be pets. Still miss her pretty fierce though. Well, we have a pet, so 8, 7, 6, 5. Sure. 1 star. Yeah, I didn't think too hard about that one. 4 biology though. Nice. Late dust. Let's do self-defense. I don't know why, I just feel like doing it. Defense training. Do combat. +1 animals. Oh! I did not want that to happen. I didn't want that to happen. I thought we were just defending ourselves. You're officially sworn in as a cadet in a small ceremony. No longer a recruit. You're now official part of the colony's security force. This is the opposite of what I wanted to do. I guess it's too late now. Security chief represents you with a small patch, a golden upwards pointing arrow. It's just a little thing, really, cadet being the lowest rank, but it makes you feel more important than the civilian kids waiting to play sports ball once you're done with the field. Nem is there to cheer on the new cadets. She's been a cadet for a while, and she's training to be an officer next. After the ceremony, Nem pulls you aside. Look at you! Next step, officer. I remember Com swearing in when he became an officer. I thought my heart burst right open from being so proud of him, but I'm just as proud of you today, Griff. You're gonna do great. Alright. Got lots of 3s. 4, 3, 3, 3. Oh, dang it. I guess that works. We got it exactly +5. Kudos. If it's exactly equal. Heck yeah! Get us that shmoney. +1 aminals. We've got really high animals. Our animals is almost at the next level. Oh, it's springtime. I wonder if we can get more than 1 pet. Look around for some items, Mushi. Go back here. No. I just want secrets. That's all I want, really. To find secrets. How do we get higher animals? Can we get animals from geoponics? Work on the farm, +2 biology, +2 toughness. Relax in the park. No. Yeah, let's go find where we can increase our animals. Oh! We should deliver some supplies, maybe. +2 organizing, +1 perception. Yeah! Okay, let's do that. You're trying to find Administrator Seek to ask about something and accidentally stumble into a meeting they're having with Governor Loom. You didn't catch the topic of the argument, but you managed to piece it together that Seek is trying to get Loom to come up with a new way to explain something important to the colony. Whatever it is, Loom is dismissive about it. You hear him say that he's not here to hold people's hands, which frustrates Seek. Figure it out, Seek, Loom says. That's your job. Convince Loom you can. You pretend to organize some papers and listen in. We're spying. We're being sneaky. The colony is spending a lot of resources on the security squads, and these need to come from other departments. Seek tells Loom he has to present the budget and convince the council this is necessary. The governor is tired and cranky and doesn't want to bother with another boring meeting. Loom rubs his temples. Why is this my job? He complains, even though it's clearly his responsibility. Can't I get an assistant to take care of this? I could do it. You wait for Loom to storm off like he usually does, then approach Seek while they're massaging their temples. You offer to help Seek with their problem. Seek sighs. The governor isn't used to how things work around here, they admit slowly. They clear their throat and look around to make sure he still isn't nearby. Nor does he have any real experience at running anything besides a squad of gun-toting soldiers. He doesn't appreciate the work of civil servants like you and me, Seek continues. He thinks the person with the biggest gun and nicest smile should be allowed to make the decisions with no regard for the difficulties of actually making those decisions reality. Perhaps it needs a more soft touch. I already have Mars working on softening him through social media, though she's quite rebellious. I could use someone I can trust in the position. Or delivering some supplies. Oh ho ho ho. That's gonna turn into 3. This is not good. Hold on. 5, 4, 3. 3, 4, 5. Oh, it has to be from lower to higher. We'll just toss these ones in. Yeah, it's not gonna be a good success, but it's gonna be a success. Oh. Anybody have anything to say? Keep up, Mushy. Not look like it. Oh, I'm cold. Let's increase our aminals. I think it's in here. Let's do combat. +1 animals defense training or lookout duty. +3 perception. +1 animals. Cool, yeah. You would think that people technologically advanced enough to travel through a wormhole and survive on another planet would have come up with a defense strategy more complicated than get a teenager to stare into the wilderness for hours. You do think that a lot with the many hours you have to yourself when you're on lookout duty. Thing is, you do have security bots for this job, but Security Chief Rhett doesn't trust them. They're nothing like the warrior robots from the holovids. They're really just glorified motion sensors with smart monitors that can identify and report on hostiles. They're armed, but someone has to fire them remotely. And of course, nothing works quite right on Vertumna. During glow, some kind of electromagnetic interference can turn them off or make them fire at nothing. They're getting more eccentric every year, which is one way to describe armed and possibly murderous robots. I don't trust them either. You're idly kicking a sports ball someone left up here when, oops, you punt it weird and it smacks one of the defense bots right in the sensor. Whoop, whoop. Oh. Oh no. the little camera part whirs, and all of its turrets turn to aim at you. You feel a cold sweat prickle up the back of your neck. You remember what Rhett said. They won't fire unless a human tells them to, but even if Rhett doesn't trust them. Ignore it and do my job. It's hard to ignore the siren. It's harder to ignore that the turrets keep turning to face you as you march back and forth. Eventually, the alarm shuts up and the turrets fold back into their resting positions. We could have perished. You tell Rhett about the malfunction. He goes a shaded gray and grumbles about how stuff is always broken. That's why kids waste their time on lookout. He's grateful for your composure and tells you that you're better than any dumb robot. Aw, what a compliment. Whoa! First collectible use is free. Ooh. Pretty sure this will give us. Yep. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Boop. Our animals is almost there. Let's make sure no one has anything to say, and then we'll do lookout duty again. Oh, yeah, we're 4, 5 away. Is there a better way to get animals? It's not in geoponics. Biology 80 or greater. Cal is kicking a small beanbag in the air, trying not to let it touch the ground. He's not very successful. That new kid, the dog boy, Rex, showed me how to play this, he says, groaning as the beanbag hits the ground again. It's a lot harder than it looks. Biology 80? We are... Oh! We're getting 80. You're grateful for congruences simulations. You don't have time to do clinical trials on every possible edible plant and accidentally slow poisoning the colony by clearing something for consumption when it actually increases the risk of cancer or heart disease is a real concern. Because her processing power is so immense, congruences simulations allow for you to do clinical trials on fake populations. You know something's going to end up toxic after 10, 20, even 50 years of regular consumption. Without congruence, you'd just be shoving plants in your mouth and hoping for the best. Gets +2. Ooh. Um. And we'll just add that one on there. I feel like I can do better. I feel like I can do better. 6. Oh wait, no. 6, 7. There we go. Okay, that's a little better. Yeah! 36 out of 36. 3 stars. Oh shoot, now it's glow. Oh shoot. Oh gosh, what's gonna happen? I was about to say, where is everyone? But they're all over here. Yellow crystals. Wood log. A little dark. Es un poco obscuro. Not obscuro. Let's talk to Cal. Cal looks troubled as you enter the gardens. Do you hear that? Usually all the critters make more noise than this. I wonder what's going on. What are you working on? Cal is looking a little sickly. Well, I found this really pretty flower growing in the garden. I've never seen it before. You take a look at it and soon begin to feel sick yourself. Wait, is this plant radioactive? What? It's radioactive? Cal says, backing up quickly. Good thing you knew that. What do we do? You're not sure, but if you study it in geoponics lab, you might be able to figure out how to neutralize the radiation. Okay, let us go to geoponics then. Oops, wrong way. That's not it, this is it. Bup, 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 bup. Back in the lab, you have all the equipment to properly examine that radioactive plant you found. Maybe you can find a way to protect yourself from them so you don't need to drag a radiation-proof enviro suit with you every time you go to that part of the planet. Radiation poisoning isn't the killer it used to be on Earth. With medbeds, you can flush out deadly doses of radiation in a few hours. It could still make you really sick, though, and high enough doses could kill you before you're even able to reach a medbed. How confident are you know how to protect yourself? I'll be okay. Oh no, you take a careless approach to protecting yourself from the radiation. It can't be so bad that you won't be able to get to a medbed in time, right? You wear gloves and a face shield and get to work. After a few hours, you start feeling dizzy. The dizziness quickly becomes nausea, and while you're puking your guts out in a bucket, you have to admit that you're probably feeling the effects of radiation poisoning. Radiation poisoning! Who could have predicted that? You're not done with your experiment, though. We can't do this. You don't think you can handle any more radiation. Maybe you can come back again later after collecting more samples. Bow, bow. +2 bonus to straights. Okay. Oh, I have to, yeah. Wow. It's okay. We have a lot of friendship with Cal. Look at that. 62 out of 100. R.I.P. Tammy! Tammy's still on here. Oh my god, our mom is on here. Oh, there's still some people we haven't met yet. Okay. Alright, here it goes. You're relaxing in your quarters with your dad when you hear the colony siren. The enemy is here. Your dad looks up from his novel. Huh. Seems early this year. We should head to the shelter in the lounge. You've been drilling on new evacuation procedures for the past month. There's no need to be a hero now that there are so many new soldiers from the Helio. It's probably best that you just follow instructions and head to the lounge with your dad. Go to the lounge. The mood in the lounge is anxious, even though the colony's defenses are much better this year. Over hushed conversations, you can hear younger children crying inconsolably. You look for your friends in the crowd. Mars and Tangent are here, quietly reading something on Tang's hollow palm. Cal is trying to entertain some kids with his juggling tricks. A few civilian kids from the Heliopause are here too, including Rex and Nomi. Base and Nem are absent, probably serving guard duty. You settle in to pass the time. Someone brings word that it's not a faceless out there, at least. You hear a few loud booms from outside, so strong you can feel the shockwaves in the floor. People gasp and cover their heads, but nothing else happens. After the attack, Loom gathers everyone in the lounge and holds a big celebration for the soldiers. There's feasting and drinking and songs of valor, and as the party goes on long into the night, some drift away in pairs, or more. Mars and Rex keep the dancing going. Even Nem seems to relax, especially when the other cadets invite her to drink with them. Tonight, everyone seems convinced that this victory means the colony will be safe forever. Forever. Maybe it will be. You sure want to believe it too. Wow. Alright. Any stress? We're a tad bit rebellious. Oh my gosh, we're gonna turn 16. Look at all these new cards we got. Oh my gosh, we're almost done. We have 4 8 years left. So let's go ahead and start age 16. No art changes. Oh, we're moody. It's our birthday month though. So I'm going to save. It's the end of stream 7? Stream 7. Alright. Goes over to the menu. Alright. What a time. So, we were just hanging out in our broken down colony. Barely get by. When the heliopause crash landed on our geoponics sky, and they kind of took over the colony. We found a pet. We got closer with Cal, and we met some new people. Pretty epic, pretty awesome. What time is it? Okay. I wish I had time to play more games, but alas, I do not. So, that will be the end of the stream. So let me stop the recording. If you're watching this on the YouTubes, I will catch you hopefully next week with being caught up with the VODs and stuff. Bye!